Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's No FOMO Charts, Stocks, and Crypto TA Charts live stream. It is Saturday, December 16, 2023. It's about 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing a late night weekend stream here in the USA. Welcome, everybody. The first half is stocks, second half is crypto, and questions as well. This upcoming week, there are still some earnings releases. The majority of earnings season is way over now, but we have FedEx, Fuel Cell, General Mills, Nike, CarMax, and Carnival Cruise, just to name a few. The economic data this upcoming week, consumer confidence, final GDP quarter over quarter, unemployment claims, the core PCE price index, which is very important for the inflation data that the FOMC here in the USA is looking at, marker for inflation, consumer sentiment as well. The news, the big news, we had that USA Federal Reserve, the FOMC meeting last Wednesday, and Chairman Powell said that they're probably, I'm paraphrasing here, they're probably going to start cutting interest rates in 2024. That's next year. So it's the way I interpret it is basically seems like we're done with interest rate hikes, and it's just a matter of monitoring the data such as CPI, PPI, core PCE, price index, unemployment, jobless claims, GDP, consumer sentiment, etc. There's a lot more data probably, but just some of those top line data. And the market has already priced in the interest rate cuts for almost 3 months now. So this is not really new news, but it's official now. It's just a matter of when and how the data comes through. For crypto news, the USA SEC denied Coinbase's petition for new, updated, and clarified crypto rules and regulations that's supposed to affect the crypto exchanges. So now that's basically bad for crypto. And we had that pullback, which we'll talk about. Okay, today's stream, I am going to try to end and do everything faster. So here we go. Stocks. S&P 500, we are on a daily chart starting off, and the S&P reached a all-time high for 2023, way past the 2022 high. We are at 469 in the S&P 500. Just wonderful to see here, 469. Now, the question is, how high are we going to go now? Because this is that low I was talking about. This is the interest rate hike ending low. So basically for almost 2 months now, we've been rallying. It's just been incredible. Massive short squeeze, interest rate cuts, and now we're rejoicing up here. However, I am starting to see bearish divergence forming on the weekly MACD histogram as well as the daily chart. And we are in overbought territory on the RSI. So it's just something to note. The support level, it could come back down all the way down to 456 and still be in an uptrend. Let's get my 4 EMA on here. This is my 4 EMA. We're still in a golden up cross in terms of the pivot points. The next resistance, 484 and 507, but the pivot, white pivot is 443. So we can pull back all the way down to this 457 level and still be okay here. Yes, we have this MA on the RSI, but it kind of reminds me, maybe we're going to get something like June, July, August price action, maybe a pullback, a bounce on the EMAs, another rally, and then a larger pullback. That would make more sense. Next up, QQQ, we rallied into the pivot point of 40361. And a very similar analysis is that after we bounced off this oversold low, piercing, we went above resistance right here at about 391.22. And also, we hit the all-time high. So, in most recent price action, like I just said, June, July, August, to get that double top RSI and then a pullback into EMA support, because we are definitely uptrending now. We are definitely uptrending. This is a beautiful 200 EMA bounce test off of a triple bottom RSI. It was wonderful. Now, we did get that weekly momentum and bounce off that 50 weekly EMA. It's a matter of how much continuation, if any, are we going to get? So to close this out, next resistance level is 420.41. Support at about 390.41 as well, and we have an EMA at 396. So possibly we could get a little bit of a pullback. That would be healthy. Let's go to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is significantly more overbought in the price on the RSI, losing a little momentum on this daily chart. On the weekly, though, we do not have a shooting star yet or a hanging man candle pierced through the resistance of R1, orange pivot line, and at the highest all-time high for over 1.5 years. This is good for the Dow Jones. Absolutely wonderful here in terms of a rally. I will start to get concerned here that the rally might be pulling back once I see shooting stars or bearish engulfing patterns for 1 or 2 weeks. It's not even in the overbought range for RSI here in the 80s, not even close. So as long as this holds, we can get clues going into the H1 or the H4, the 4-hour or the 1-hour chart. And as soon as it dips onto one of these EMAs, the most notable support 369.30, because it did double top. There is a 4-hour bearish divergence here as well for the swing traders to try to catch, if I'm going to try to catch that this upcoming week. I mean, there's 2 holiday weekends here in the USA, if you're not aware of that. Next weekend is Christmas holiday weekend. Almost everybody's going to take a holiday probably for that, or break from work, at least a day, hopefully. And stock market is closed on Christmas, and New Year's stock market's also closed on January 1st. So we have 2 holiday weekends. So I wouldn't be surprised if the market got really quiet for a week or 2, and then people are going to come back. Russell 2000, take a quick look here. IWM, it did gap up. This upside down head and shoulders of 8.4% did complete. This next 16% target is approximately 203.42 on the upside. And it just had that golden cross here. So that combination, golden cross, losing momentum, overbought on the RSI, I'm expecting a pullback, possibly down to 193.50 area. And it could very well happen just like June, July. Like I said, it gaps up. It might float up here, trying to maintain that rally and then pull back down. But this time, we're probably not going to downtrend because of the FOMC is going to reduce interest rates probably 3 or 6 and 9 months from now. So then we're probably going to get a back test and then a rally continuation off of that bounce, most likely. Let's speed up here. Let's go to gold. Gold in a beautiful golden cross uptrending rally. The only thing to be concerned about is we did have this lower high here. It went higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. So that's not really encouraging for the gold bulls. And it looks like it barely just closed below 187 here, below that trend line. So if it loses gold, that's how I know I might short gold here. Possible. It's not the best setup in the world. It's kind of a dirty setup, but if this doesn't rally up, then it's probably going to go down, the price. Silver as well, very similar, kind of this dirty golden cross, high, low, high, higher, low, so I could draw that trend line underneath on the bottom side and also close in the top side. And you can see it's in the middle of that wedge pattern. So I would like silver to come back down to about $21 level and try to play this consolidation inside of here. If this is a lower high, I'm expecting a lower low or a double bottom or something back down to $21 range. Copper, very similar, except copper is not quite golden crossed and is double testing this resistance on the top trend line. High, low, higher high right here. So I can guide this in here. Support would be about 23.44 and resistance is 24.30. Keep it simple like that. US oil. Oil still in the downtrend below the EMAs, almost death crossed here. And this is a setup to be careful of because there is a weekly hammer here. The daily looks like it almost double bottom on the RSI with bullish momentum. So I will not be surprised if US oil had one more dump attempt and then rallied back up to 200 EMA, which is $70, because it's definitely building. This is a setup that I'm looking for a potential long opportunity there. UNG, very similar as well. I get a little skeptical, however, because natural gas and the charts does not always respond to technical analysis. It is oversold, but I would like to see it hover here a little bit more. This is starting to build this MACD histogram. So again, whenever this pops, it could pop up to about $5.90 or $6. Okay, so hello everybody. So I'm trying to go much faster. I'm just going to go straight to crypto now. Straight to crypto. Welcome everybody to the cryptocurrency section. If you have a question or request, let me know in the live chat or the YouTube comments. Going straight into TOTAL. Still in the golden up cross. Now let's go ahead and redraw what's going on here. I have multiple alerts. There should be another alert up here. I'm going to draw at 1.65 trillion. Resistance end of 2023. Because I want to know, are we going to break out or come back down? However, the chart is telling me that there is bearish divergence in the cryptocurrency space. This is going up the price. The momentum is fading down. So it's probably going to back test that top of that triangle I'm about to draw right now. We have the resistance on the bottom. And, we have the support on the bottom and the resistance on the top. We should probably pull back this general area of retest 1.4 trillion down here. If I put up the EMAs, you could see that's probably about the 100 EMA. Let me bring up a Bollinger Band. Let's see where that bottom area of the Bollinger Band, that second deviation on the bottom side. The immediate support, we're hovering at it right now, 1.5 trillion, but we could backtest the 1.4 trillion area. That would be more normal for going high, low, lower high, higher, low, higher, high, and then it's got to pull back to have a healthy uptrend. Yes, healthy uptrend. However, we also have a hanging man candle on the weekly, and we are overbought for the first time for about a month or two. That first downtick here on the weekly as well is clues that it might pull back. The only way it's going to keep going up is nonstop buyers or the government does something good in favor of crypto, which that was tempered down yesterday with that SEC news at the beginning of my stream. So let's go to BTC USD crypto. Let's use a fresh chart. I'll just pick Bitfinex for now. Bitfinex, Bitcoin is still in the golden cross uptrend. Love to see that. Higher high, higher low, higher high. So then where is our topping out point? Our pivot points, it hit R3. The resistance above is 46K or 48K. 50K is that big next number to break through. And if I pull up the oscillators, there is that similar setup of the bearish divergence is here. It's forming. It might not be tomorrow, but we have a rally and then losing momentum. Now, this could, again, it could be changed if everyone gets excited for Christmas holiday and New Year's. People maybe get a little bit of cash to invest, and then they invest in Bitcoin because they want to. Everyone's going to probably talk about interest rates. If anybody watches CNBC or Yahoo Finance here in America, maybe they'll talk about it a little bit at Christmas holiday. So then the word will spread, and then maybe we might get some more buyers. Just watch out for this pulling back. It's almost the same as TOTAL chart that I just looked at. Support on the bottom side. We can say there's an ascending triangle here. Also draw another resistance line on the top, trend line, and the pullback area is just below 40,000. So 39K, $39,000 Bitcoin could be the next higher low spot. If we happen to crash, bearish scenario, where's the next large level of support? Probably the mid 33,000s if we fade back into here. Then the EMAs will catch up. These lines will catch up and it'll probably bounce somewhere here in the mid 30s thousands. Let's go to Ethereum USD. This is an interesting chart. Ethereum USD. Let's get the bottom side support line and lock in this top side trend line. So you can see, are we at resistance or are we at support on Ethereum? We are at resistance on December 16, 2023, right now at this point in time. Market is basically closed. It's a weekend for most traders. I mean, market's open, but most traders and companies are closed for the weekend. The pivot point here is 2,000 even. $2,000 here on Ethereum. What are the oscillators hinting? Again, this bearish divergence. It doesn't mean we're going to crash back down to $500 Ethereum. We're just going to pull back. We might just see some red, especially because this trend line I just drew, high, low, high, low. As soon as we lose that, have a lower high, then the pullback is going to get real serious and the bears are going to try to attack this down. On the charts, it could go all the way down to 2000 or 1871. Hopefully it stays above 1500 on this next pullback because we need that to. It needs to basically high, low, gently, higher, high, pull back, and then all the dip buyers on that 4-hour oversold are going to get so excited and try to buy that up higher. Binance Coin. This is a maybe the potential upside down head and shoulders. They still have that lawsuit, but on the bearish side, if it pulls back, 215 is this lower area. I'm going to erase this actually because it's a maybe. This is what the charts are telling me, but it's not real until it breaks out above 242 and holds that. We probably have to break above 264 to get some kind of real rally going on here. There is not as much bearish divergence, however, on this chart. So 223 is that bottom side support. Let's go to Solana. Solana as well, you can see the first down, it's very, very sensitive. First down tick on the MACD histogram while we're hovering on EMA Golden Cross support. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes the charts on a daily chart can give you two messages. This is saying the long-term trend is up, but the RSI, the short-term momentum in the next maybe next 1 or 2 months could pull back just a little bit down to 64 or to 60 area. I'm not saying we're going to crash down to $35 Solana. If that happens, I'll probably buy more. I've been holding this for a while now. So the two levels I'm watching, probably $70, $57, and then $36 down here as well. But I do like we had this falling wedge breakout, and it's been beautiful gains ever since then. But when's the last time we had an RSI that hit 90 almost? Back here in January. And it went sideways, actually, before it faded down on bad news. But there also is a head and shoulders here on the RSI. If you kind of zoom out, I actually see it here. So that's not good. When you see a head and shoulders on the RSI, it's kind of real. Right? This is probably not fake. And you can also use TA here. So as soon as this RSI drops, that means we see big red on Solana. Let's watch out for that if that actually happens. The resistance to the top side is $90, probably $100 as well. So there's easy numbers on that top side. Let's go to Cardano. Cardano, beautiful. Remember, just letting people know I bought Cardano at 25 cents. So as of today, I have 141% gain on this. Going to hold this for as long as I can, but I understand the golden cross here. Golden cross is on the uptrend, except it's going a little too high too fast. It almost went parabolic. use the parabola just to get a visual. So as soon as we lose, let's say 57 or 56 cents, there could be a potential downtrend pullback here. Double top here on the RSI. There's not bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. The weekly is overbought as well. So this is a huge pattern, large pattern here, bouncing off of 23 cents. The neckline is 45 cents for this W double bottom. This is a huge pattern. We almost completed it. It would be nice if it went the full pattern, measured move, 90%. It's supposed to go way up to here, 87 cents. Probably even pushing it to 90 to a dollar, 90 cents to a dollar. But we have a big doji candle here. So it could fade. We had hesitation and then a huge continuation as well. The measure move of the box, still 93%. So the fact that we're here, it doesn't mean we're going to crash all the way back down to zero, but I do like the fact that it broke out of its downtrend consolidation. The longer the base, the higher it can go. And even if it sells off as a hodler, I'm going to try to hold on to that as long as I can, because I believe it's the start of the next rally, not the end. Let's move on to cryptos, other altcoins. If you have a question or request, just let me know. Let me refresh chat here. Let's go to XRP, and I'm going to end in 5 minutes, approximately. Okay, XRP as well. Let's get this trend line going here. This is a perfect example of trend lines right here on the bottom. And you could see when a stock or a crypto or ETF starts bouncing off of trend lines multiple times, there's a high chance that is a strong level of support, and that's the buy spot. It's hard to do it when it happens on the first time, but then when you get the second support, third support, fourth, and then you start making higher lows, this thing, this crypto, this stock, whatever it is, it's going up. It's going up. So then I bought XRP. Now, where are we here in XRP? We did make a lower high, so that's not really that strong. I want this thing to maybe establish another higher low in the price at 55 cents and then bounce back up to 80. XRP and XLM have been relatively quiet. So all I can say is, as long as we hold the support levels, we should be fine here on this chart. It's still on a golden cross. However, this lower high is cause for concern. So it's a little bit of yellow light for me because it's not really going up as high as it should right now. Contrasting that with XLM, Stellar Network kind of slowed down a little bit. There's a double top here on the RSI, and we can see that here in the charts. So this golden cross, I would say honestly, is a little bit at risk, and it looks like the weekly chart wants to do a giant, large upside down head and shoulders, which could be a bullish pattern. However, for that, and there's even a smaller, there's a mini upside down head and shoulders in yellow here. So there's double upside down head and shoulders. I am still holding XLM Stellar Lumens, and it should go 30% up, or the large move here, 84% up, which is the second target. So this could take 3, 6, 9 months, and we have the Bitcoin halving in April approximately. This might go. However, there's always the small chance that it's not going to rally. And if it fails, I have to understand where is it going to crash to? 10 cents, 9 cents, 8 cents. So if this does not rally and hold on this low above 12 cents, Stellar Lumens could be in trouble. I'll just rapid fire the rest of these and then gonna log off. So VeChain has a double top here, so watch out for the pullback on VeChain. It's already went up. I'm also holding VeChain. For full transparency, I'm up 100% right now, but this can pull back down 50% down to 2 cents. It needs to back test this. It's not going to go straight up to the moon unless we have millions of buyers and money coming into the market buying every single crypto. It's not probably going to happen tomorrow. So watch out for that pullback. Mana as well, losing a little bit of momentum. But I do believe that we did kind of bottom out on crypto back in October. So this is that relief rally. And it's probably going to try to create a new trend like that. So even if I see red, I'm not going to get scared about that unless the USA government does something severe with crypto. A lot of these are like that. H bar with the double tops, probably going to pull back at some point. Waves losing a little bit of momentum. EGLD with the huge bearish divergence that I'm seeing. So it could pull back down to $52. Definitely possible. Phantom as well, losing a little bit of momentum on the daily chart here. A lot of these coins are. But it's not the end of crypto, probably. Very similar setups. Neo here at a double top, 1351. The next support level down right in the middle, about 1150. Okay. I think I pretty much covered the general overview of stocks and crypto for the upcoming week. Just want to let people know. Thank you so much for watching my stream. I'm going to bring up a bright calendar here just to show people. So here in the United States, USA, today is the 16th in this yellow box. And Christmas holiday is this, the 25th. So stocks are closed here on 25th Monday in next year. January 1st, stocks are also closed. So my stream, I'm gonna keep streaming 2 more times, but I'm probably gonna do it on the days before that. So somewhere maybe Friday or Saturday before those 2 holidays. And it's shorter weeks for stocks and crypto trading. But thank you everyone so much for watching. And I hope you have a nice holiday and happy trading. And thank you for watching and following this year. We still have 2 more streams, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye-bye.